Hi there. I am so glad that you are here today. My name is Tracy, and I love to share crafty ideas with a bit of country charm, just like these dollar store Christmas trees. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to decorate my home for Christmas. Now, I usually wait till after Thanksgiving to decorate my home for Christmas because I host Thanksgiving dinner for my family. So I like to have it decorated for fall. But these Christmas trees are going to look so great in my country home because I just love country Christmas and it's my style and it is just the what I like to do for my crafts and also my home. If you are returning, thank you so much for making my channel so great. I love each and every one of you. If you are new here and you like country crafts with a bit of country charm, or you like crafts with a bit of country charm, please consider subscribing because I would love to have you join my family, community, and we can just become friends. Using the same concept that I did for the DIY rustic pumpkins that I did in the fall season, I created these Christmas trees using some dollar store wooden shapes and scrapbook paper. So let me show you how I put these cutie patooties together. The wooden shapes that I'm using are from the Dollar Tree as well as the one from Dollar General. The pattern paper is this buffalo plaid and ticking pattern that I got out of this wonderful stack, this JWB collection. I found it over at Hobby Lobby. I think it is a Paper Studio brand, and it is filled with plaids, all different kind of plaids and stripes and just all kind of plaid goodness. If you like plaid, this is the pattern stack for you. Also, to make the stands, I'm going to be using some of these Tower Game Jenga blocks, and I appreciate a friend and follower giving me this tip, so I am using it and it works wonderful. I'm just using my Aleene's tacky glue because that's what I have on hand, and I love to use Aleene's tacky glue for everything like this. It just holds everything together. So I'm just going to put some glue on there and I'm going to butt those up together and let those dry, and then I will make my little stands for my trees. I just want my trees to have paper on one side, so I'm just going to paint the sides and the back black. And then I'm going to adhere paper, the buffalo check paper, to the front side of the trees. When I got the tree from Dollar Tree, I wish that it was a little bit taller. And the one from Dollar General just gives me what I'm looking for. When I put those up together, I said, oh my goodness, it is giving me the height that I was looking for my little Christmas tree. So the question was, how am I going to mask that tree trunk? And so I did that by adding a rustic bow. Oh my goodness, I love the way that this turned out. This is my black and white buffalo check that I created because I wasn't quite sure how I was going to do these trees. So now I am showing you what I did with the red and black buffalo check. Okay, I wanted to make sure that my buffalo check was lined up, so I wanted that black stripe to be down the center. That was kind of my guide. So I used a bit of washi tape to kind of hold that down on the tree so that I could trace around it. Then for the top of the tree, I'm doing the same thing. I'm just lining up my pattern paper, and then I used a little bitty piece of washi tape to kind of hold the tree so that I could trace around it and cut that out. I used Mod Podge to adhere the paper to the wooden little tree, just giving it a coat of Mod Podge. Then I go over it. I'm using a squeegee to squeeze out any of the excess Mod Podge. I just kind of, just scrape it and then, get out all of that little extra, and then I put a layer of Mod Podge over the top of the tree as well so that it will seal it. I just painted the stands black as well. And then now I'm just going to glue those to the bottom of the large tree. I'm making sure that it is even and level so that it will stand up straight. Now I'm going to share a little bitty boo-boo with you and tell you how I fixed it. I didn't get my paper on the tree exactly the way that I need to, so a little bit of the wood is showing. So how I fixed that is I have some black ink. I'm just running that across. I was going to shade my tree anyway, so this worked out perfect. So even if I would have painted it, it would have been okay, but I didn't want to paint the front of it. I didn't want to take the time to do that. So just by getting that tree off just a little bit, it was kind of hard getting that Mod Podge tree on there because you got to work so fast because Mod Podge dries pretty quick. So now I'm just running it over the tree just to give it some rustic goodness. Now I'm ready to glue the smaller tree onto the larger tree to make it the height that I'm looking for. I'm making sure that I line up those patterns so that it all flows correctly. And I'm going to be covering up that tree trunk. I'm going to show you a rustic bow that I created to cover up that tree trunk. I like to outline and give some doodles to my projects, so that's what I'm doing here. Then I'm going to share how I'm going to create the bow and the supplies that I use to create the center of that so I can cover up that tree trunk. I just added some pine that came from the Dollar Tree. I just used a sprig of that, hot glued that on my tree. And then for my bow, I like using the 1.5-inch ribbons for little projects like this. So I just cut those at 9 inches. And then now I'm going to make a tulip bow out of this black and white buffalo check or gingham ribbon. And just using my tiny attacher. I will have a link to my Amazon store where you can see this more closely. You can get more details on it, as well as if you would like to order one. That is one of my favorite tools in my craft room, is that little tiny attacher stapler. So now I'm just adjusting my bow and just going to hot glue that there in the center, and my little tree trunk of that smaller Christmas tree is covered up. I just added some more pine and some pip berries and just made it look really cute. To decorate the bottom, I just added some Excelsior little moss, and then I added some pine and some pip berries and just made it look really cute. For the top of the tree, I added one of these rusty stars. Now, I got these at Hobby Lobby years ago. I'm not quite sure if they are still in their trim tree section. They're in like the miniature ornament section. And so I found these rusty stars there. Over there at Hobby Lobby. So I'm just taking out, they're actually ornaments, so I'm just cutting off the part that actually is an ornament. And then I'm making a raffia bow, just tying that into a bow. And then I'm going to glue that at the top of my tree and then add the rusty star to the top as my star little tree topper. I did the same thing with the smaller tree, added it to the wooden sign with some scrapbook paper and then inked around the edges to give it a more rustic feel. I also added some Excelsior pine and berries to the bottom. And then to give it a little more decoration, I just added some jute and then also added some pip berries. So let me know in the comments below, do you like the red and black buffalo check, or do you like the black and white buffalo check? Or is buffalo check or plaid gingham not even really your thing? Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you are looking for more inspiration, I invite you over to my friend Christina over at Lemon Avenue. She has created some of these adorable trees as well. I will have a link to her video in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, for your support, and we will talk to you soon, and God bless.